Welcome to UMath. And who is this good-looking guy right here? Why, that is Mr. Unger, Simpsonized. This is what I'd look like if I were on The Simpsons. Can't blame a guy for dreaming. Alright, today we are talking about tangents. We are still in the heart of trigonometry. And we did lessons already on sine and cosine, showing how ratios of sides of triangles relate to each other. And this is the third of 3 in that installment. So tangent, the nice thing is it's going to follow very similarly to the previous 2 lessons we did on sine and cosine. For instance, when you're trying to figure out or calculate tangent, if they give you the length of the sides of a right triangle, you use a formula, the same that we did for sine and cosine. The formula is as follows. The tangent, or tan for short, of the angle, whatever angle it is equal to the opposite leg length divided by the adjacent leg length. So let's do this one right here as an example. First thing we will do is write our formula. Tangent of angle, and we'll do it for A, is equal to the opposite leg divided by the adjacent. And you can do it in this form here. So we have our formula. Now all we have to do is put in our numbers. So tangent of angle A is equal to, well, here's angle A. It says the opposite goes on top. So we will do that. Opposite, remember you go right across from the angle. In this case it's 25 over the adjacent. The adjacent is the one that's beside it. In this case it's 60. Of course we know it's not the 65 because 65 is the hypotenuse, the long side. So now in previous examples I'd given you, you could easily figure them out, convert them to the decimal form, but in this one, not so easy. But rather than start off by going 25 divided by 60, instead we can reduce it if we divide by 5 on the top and the bottom. So if we do that, we will get 5 over 12. So that's much more manageable than doing 25 divided by 60. So let's do that. 5 divided by 12. We're going to put down a number of zeros here. When you're dividing and there's a decimal in the dividend, just bring it up, deal with it right away. So here we go. 12 into 50 goes 0 times into 5. 4 times into 50. It's 48. Subtract. We have 2 left over. Bring down the 0. 12 into 20 goes once. 12 times 1 is 12. Subtract. Bring down the 0. 12 goes into 80 6 times, and that's 72. Subtract. Oh, we have a repeat. So we know that this 6 is just going to go on forever. Now we stop at the 4th decimal place simply because when we're finding tangent or sine or cosine, we've learned that you give your final answer to the 3rd decimal place. So we do need this guy here in order to tell us whether to round that up or make it stay the same. So in this case, because of the 6, that 6 is going to round up to 7. So we have 0.417 would be our answer. And that's it. If we had to do the tangent of angle B here, we would know the numbers would change slightly, but it's still opposite. In this case, it'd be 60 divided by adjacent divided by 25. So the numbers would be reversed. Now that is the first way to find the tangent using the formula. A much, much easier way, and you know this by now, is to use a chart. When they give you the angle, then you can use the chart. And we've already done this with sine and cosine. Just look at the same chart. Let's try to make that a little easier. Okay, that's a little better. So you see your different columns like we did with the other two. Let's say you're looking for the tangent of 5 degrees. You find 5 degrees, go over, and the tangent is 0.087. And don't forget to put that missing 0 in before the decimal. And that's all there is to it for tangent. So sine, cosine, tangent in trigonometry, we have learned that there are 2 ways to find them. One is using the chart if they give you the angle, and 2 is the formula.
That was easy.
Oh, I've got to still tell you which numbers to cross off. And for this assignment on page 361, you will cross off 361. Yes. You will cross off number, let's see. I'm having trouble here. Oh, I've got it now. Page 364. Cross off sharpening skills numbers 3, 4, 6, and 12.